everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve and this is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is my Flosstube number 75, I believe, and I will be talking about cross stitch and a tiny bit of quilting and a little bit of haul. And this is Rogue, who is tired of my talking because I got almost all the way to the end of my Flosstube, what I wanted to talk about today, and realized that when I tried to turn it on, I probably turned it on and then off again. Yeah, didn't I? Silly. So she's like, are we done yet? You go ahead and you go lie down. It's okay. You can lie down. So I have a little Etsy update. I have these St. Patrick's Day, it's a set, notions pouch and project bag, and they both have these cute little charms on the end. Oh, okay, I need to find the camera. There we go, that one. And on here, it's this one. And they are pretty roomy. They're not up on the Etsy site quite yet. I was doing several things this morning, and if you see our Three Sisters Creative video that we filmed, it's already on, but we filmed it the end of last week. I lost the charms. And so then when I went back to put them on, you know, other things. So those will be on the Etsy site, if not later today, then tomorrow. And so then I have this is the little bit of quilting that I did. On Missouri Star Quilt Company's YouTube, Misty did a tutorial on making a much larger version of this. And after watching the video, I bought everything to do it. And I fully intend to do it in the size that she did it. The size started as 20 inches square, the bag. This is much smaller because I did it for my sister with a remnant of fabric. And I think it would be a lot easier the larger size. There's certain things that are much more difficult. But it's got boxed corners, and it's using Bouquet. It's a foam, and I love it. But it is a little... One of the nice things is sometimes when you iron on interfacing, it doesn't like stay stuck, and this does. So I like that, and it was easy to sew through, easy to cut, easy to iron on. And this also uses a fancy zip. The fancy zip thing is just a little bit too big for this bag. But when I realized that, I had already, like I said, I adjusted the pattern a little bit, and I guess I didn't adjust it correctly. Anyway, the bag is really cute. It stands up on its own. It's, you know, like I'm not holding it up. It stands up on its own. And it's got some little pockets inside for holding things. It's not, this isn't real big, but it's real cute. And I think I'm going to like mine, the larger size. But the handles on the one that Misty made are, each one is with the fabric, with just a little bit cut off of it. And for me, that is just too long. They do have that foam in here, so they're nice and soft. So I don't think it would hurt over your arm, even if it's kind of full. I just don't like putting a lot of weight on my shoulders like that. So my sister really likes it. I did a real simple quilting on it. I'm really happy with it. And I think it'll be easy to do the other one. I probably should have tried that one before I made a smaller version. You live and you learn. Yeah. And I usually don't make things exactly like they're supposed to. Like on my version, Misty's version, this, I did this like Misty did it. Well, except for making the zipper too long. This pockets in here, I think I might put interfacing on this side of the inner of the lining, only because I feel like, or maybe even just where the pocket is, because if you put anything, she's like, I could put my cell phone, and I'm like, not if you want that fabric to stick together and not rip from the weight of a cell phone. But I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know that I'll be putting my cell phone in there. I always carry it in my pocket. But I just was thinking this would be so cute for a little tote at Christmas, and mine will be an everyday one. And I thought, it'd be real cute to throw some things together, a book or what have you, to go on a picnic or whatever, because it stands up. Anyway, that's my limited amount of quilting this week, because I changed my threads. I ran out of thread working on the Calico Cats quilt. I didn't run out of thread. I ran out of bobbin thread. And my sister laughs at me, not Beth, who lives with me, but Naomi, who also quilts. She goes, then you just get more bobbin thread. And I was like, it's not that. It's a signal to me that some of the other projects that I have going, that I should go ahead and work on them, because quilts take a long time. So I changed the thread, and I made the St. Patrick's Day bag, and another St. Patrick's Day bag that you will see on Three Sisters Creative. Go over there. I'll explain more later. And then I changed to white to work on this. Now, since I have white, I'm going to work some more on the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee quilt. And now, let's see, next. I know, it's just, I usually end up having to bobbinate thread anyway when I change the threads. It's just, it's not the bobbinating of the thread. It's just to get more projects going. I don't want to spend forever on this one project and let these other things drop. So, okay, I don't want to as much. And then I have, technically that's an FFO. It's been cut out for months. I have another FFO. And I don't remember the designer. It was made, this pattern was made for the attic, and it's called Patriotic Flowers. And I changed all the colors. I don't think I used any colors that she had there. I wanted it more of a springtime vibe. And you got the pattern free when you purchased these pins. And then I finished it with a little pocket. So you put your scissors. So it's a little pin keep with scissors. And I made that for a gift, which I will, they were intended to be a Christmas gift. Now they'll just be a gift. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about my Sals and then WIPGO. So on my Berry Sal, I showed you last week, I had finished this and I started on this one. And I was wrong. This isn't a scupper mug. This is supposed to be lily pad. And so that may have more of a change in color to make this darker. Doesn't matter. I'm not using that. And this is my progress so far. I decided to go ahead and do the bunny and then do the letter around it. So that's how far I've gotten. And I'll explain more about this middle dude later in my haul. So that is my Berry Sal project. Progress. Sorry. Well, I guess both words are correct. And then for my Stitching Book Club Sal, Chronicles of Narnia, I'm going to post a picture here next to it of what the pattern looks like. And this is my progress so far. The next one hasn't come out yet, so I'm doing okay with my progress on that. And that brings us to WIPGO. So on January's WIPGO, I had finishing my son's quilt, and it's not quite halfway done quilting, but yeah. And then on the other one was the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee quilt. And I thought about changing these back both to 15 days each. They're not quite at 15 days, neither one of them. But I'm just going to leave it at 20. And I'll tell you why in a minute. And then this month, February, it was Best Quilt 20 days and the start on Rabbits at the Cafe for 10 days. And I finished the 10 days, so that goal is completed. And I've not completed that goal also because it's 20 days. And then because I was, taking care of my dad and cleaning the garage and various other things, so it just, plus trying to work on 2 quilts at the same time for 20 days in a month that is 31 would be difficult. But, and then, the next one, compounding that. So, yeah, not done. But this month, it was a new start, for March. Number 15, start on Honeybee. That's a Stitching with Housewives pattern. Both of my quilt patterns that I have on here, actually all 3 of them, are Missouri Star Quilt Company patterns. And I haven't done any work on those at all since last week. So for March, 15 and 21 were called. And 15 is Honeybee Start, and 21 is Work for 10 days on Halloween Gnomes. Honeybee is 5 days. So it's 15 days out of 31 days, and none of them are quilts. So I have time to work on quilts, and I don't have to work on 2 at once, and do my other sewing projects. So I'm really excited. So that being said, this is my progress. I kept working on it after meeting my goal. And this is my progress on Rabbits at the Cafe. And when I was doing this little dress, I have the pattern in project, what's it called? The first time I tried this video, I knew the name, Pattern Keeper. And so when it highlighted it with the green, it's a little bubble over it. So they kind of overlap a little bit over the square. So I didn't see these little holes until I highlighted them to say I was done with that. And the little holes showed up. And I was like, so I had to undo it all the way back and then stitch it again with the holes. But I'm going to put a little picture up here of the colors next to each other. They're almost the same color. Now that color is used in 3 buttons and on the sleeves and above the eyes. I believe that's the only places it's used. Yeah. The eyes themselves are brown. but it's used above the eyes on the girl. On the guys, it's a different color. And then it's used here in the buttons, and here, and here, and then a little bit down here somewhere. And they're so close in color. With one stitch in the middle of all the others, I don't think that you're going to really see it. And my sister Naomi suggested that perhaps I should use blue or some other color. And I thought about just choosing a darker peach. But I'll think about that before I stitch that. And like I said, a little picture of the color difference. It's not very much. And I love her patterns, and I'm loving this pattern. I like the way it looks. It's fun to stitch. You know, with the little Easter eggs up here, little eggs that the guy's carrying, and then the basket of eggs, and giant egg here, and little chicks. I mean, it's adorable. By the way, she's a Ukrainian designer. So, and I was working on her stuff before. So, yeah, rabbits at the cafe. And that is my completed WIPGO challenge on that. For March, the 5 days on Honeybee, I went ahead and started on that on Saturday while we were doing our Three Sisters Creative Sticks and Streams video. And it's a Stitching with the Housewives pattern. And I am stitching it on 14 count Aida in black. And I'm going to do I'm using all the called for colors. And I'm going to do all of the white and then put everything else in afterward. So, got a good start on it, I think. And that's 1 day's worth of work on that. With the rabbits at the cafe, I'm using 14 count Aida that I dyed myself, and the Narnian Chronicles of Narnia. It's all the called for thread and fabric, which is a 14 count Aida in opal, and they even suggest you get it at Hobby Lobby, so I got that. Then the other number called was 10 days on Halloween Gnomes. And that is Halloween Gnomes by Ursula Michaels for Imaginating. And I am almost done with this middle guy. And I've got a little bit done on him. This little beard, because I had leftover thread. So I've just got to finish this hat and then work on. I'm hoping that in that 10 days I can finish his hat and get a lot done on him. Realistically, I won't get any more than that done. This is 18 count fabric that I dyed myself, and it has a lot of half stitches and stuff like that in it. And it's very difficult to poke it through the fabric. So, and I'm going to save all the back stitching till the end. And the back stitching will bring out, his mustache and all that other stuff. So, I probably will not stitch the threads you see are just stuff that for other, because I'm just holding it. Right here on his nose. The only place that's called for that color is on the noses. I don't think it's called for anywhere else in the pattern, and I'm just going to wait and do it when I have to stitch all the noses. If I find that it's called for any other place in the pattern, I'll do it. But as it stands right now, yeah. Anyway, if I were smart, I would just go through and do all the words, but I'm not smart, so I'm not going to do that. Honestly, I'm not sure I like the words, but, spooky, creepy, happy, scary, tricky, those are the names of the gnomes, so I kind of need to put them in. Yeah. Anyway, that is the other called for. So I went to the attic, and I'm not sure if I showed you these. I bought these shortly after they came out, or when they came out. And since I have that black thread, this is one of the snow globe things, and this is Let It Snow. I might go ahead and just stitch these after I've worked on after I finished Honeybee, since I have the black thread out. I know I have other things to do, but I might. We'll see. And then when I went to the attic, I pre-ordered the Stitching with the Housewives Daisy May, and the market exclusive Jingle Bell Cafe, I think it's called. So the attic has those that they're going to order for me, and I am excited. And so I did pick up a couple more colors. They're out of quite a bit of colors. This is the oyster that's supposed to be for the birds on Hop into Spring. I think it's both those places, but I like the colors I picked better. I think I dropped a thread, and I'm not quite positive. This 12 grain, I was almost out of 12 grain for working on the Honeybee. But I went ahead and grabbed that, and then I don't know what pattern this was, but it was in my shopping list. This is Moonlit Path, so they're very close in color, aren't they? This one's a little redder, but I went ahead and picked those up, and they have these bags there at the attic for $3, so I grabbed one of those. I did not buy any patterns. I restrained myself. I wanted that summertime pattern, but of the berries. I don't remember if I said it this time or the first time I tried to do it. I don't know. I'm so confused. I did do a life update in the first time, and I don't think I did it. That noise is bothering me. Stop it. I don't think I did it this time. That I really do appreciate all your prayers for my dad, that he's doing a lot better. He's recuperating okay from the removal of the cancer. Hopefully they got it all. He's doing a lot better, and we're happy. He's still struggling some, but and of course it's very painful for us to change the dressings. He did have to have a great deal of tissue removed from his ear, and changing that dressing is very, very difficult. Cleaning the stitches on his head is not so hard, still painful, but yeah. Anyway, I digress. So on, I don't know why I put the pattern in here. I'm still talking about it. This pattern, you see this one was on kind of an off-white, and this one was kind of a white, and so that's why I chose the colors I did. This one, slightly darker than this one. And I went to the attic, and I got it's 25 count mushroom Lugana. In the color, no, I did say mushroom, 25 count mushroom Lugana. And so I think that'll be real pretty for that. Yeah. And they just cut a piece for me, which I appreciated. So I'm going to have a lot left over, but that's okay. There'll be plenty of patterns for me to use it on. So as soon as I finish Hop into Spring, I'm good to go for the, is it Spring Yet? Is the middle one there. Is it Spring Yet? And a lot of the colors, I did add these into my shopping list just in case. And I think a lot of them are some of the colors that they were out of. They're out of quite a few. They have more than they don't have. They have tons and tons just of what I needed. And kind of don't want to order them if I don't have to from someplace else for two reasons. I don't want to pay shipping, and because I like supporting the attic and other brick and mortar places, which is why I pre-ordered the Stitching with the Housewives patterns from the attic. I also pre-ordered them from the attic because I want to get the attic to bring in more Stitching with the Housewives patterns. I hope they will. This is the first time that they're going to market, and I want them to be successful, not just because I like their products, because I do, but because, you know, they're trying this out and they're very excited, and it's fun for them. So I'm hoping that they get a lot of new clients. And I pre-ordered them because I really love their patterns, the ones I ordered. That Daisy May, as soon as I saw it, it's a bunny in a cute little yellow dress with spots on it and bees flying around the bunny, and she's got a big old daisy. It's so cute. It's so cute that I went ahead and said, yeah, I'm getting that one way or the other. And I might as well get that Jingle Bell Cafe pattern because I really liked it when I saw it. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything. I'm not positive. Oh, no, it's not. So on our Three Sisters Creative YouTube, we reached 200 subscribers there. And so there is a giveaway going on over there. And log on there and find out how to win it. It's a few things. It isn't just one thing, but there'll only be one winner. So go ahead and go over there and see what you could get. And I appreciate all of your support here. And if you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And I'd enjoy comments on any of the things that you see that I'm doing, whether it be quilting or stitching or what have you. And I appreciate all of you. Well, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.